Hey guys, Sean here. So I just watched Batman: The Killing Joke. It's part of the DC Universe animated original movies, or whatever they're calling it. Um, it's where they basically Warner Bros. Goes through, basically picks popular DC comic stories and adapts them into a film, basically. So yeah. So let's see. Batman: The Killing Joke is a 2016 American animated superhero film produced by Warner Bros. Animation and distributed by Warner Bros. Pictures, featuring the DC character Batman. And this is the 26th film in the series and is loosely based upon the graphic novel of the same name by Alan Moore and Brian Boland, I think. The film is directed by Sam Liu, written by Brian Azazel. Okay, I've said this before, I butcher names, but sue me. The film stars the voices of Kevin Conroy, Mark Hamill, Tara Strong, and Ray Wise. Or Wise, whatever. This movie is technically was released today, but the movie is an hour and 16 minutes long. This has got a digital release, was released digitally, and the DVD will be out. DVD and Blu-ray will be out the 2nd of August. So what is the plot of this movie? Pretty much, it's pretty much the Joker's backstory. Essentially, is what it is. Apparently, also there's a present day story of Joker breaking out of Arkham, and Batman has to basically bring him back. That's pretty much the story of this. Also, we kind of get the Joker's backstory, or at least the backstory as far as this comic book, as the graphic novel was, because apparently Joker's backstory has been changed so many times. It's unlike Batman. Joker doesn't have a defining origin story, whereas with Batman, we know his origin. He, parents shot in front of him, fear of bats, etc., etc., etc. We know that part of Batman. But we don't really know Joker's story outside of falling into a vat of acid. Outside of that. So with this graphic novel, they came up with a backstory, which, as far as the way the movie tells it, is really interesting. And this movie kind of tells the backstory like Deadpool did, or it's basically just in flashbacks. Which I'm not sure that's how the comic did it, but the way the movie does it is really cool. I'll give that. You got Kevin Conroy and Mark Hamill back as Batman and the Joker, which is really awesome because, as far as animated interpretation, they are the best actors to play these roles. And in a way, I find it strange Hamill returned, because he did say after Arkham City that he would never play the character again. But then again, he did Arkham Knight, which is one of the other video games. Although Hamill did say, I remember reading that if they ever chose to adapt The Killing Joke, he would return. Well, they adapted Killing Joke, and he returned. Awesome. And Hamill even voices the quote-unquote younger Joker in the flashback scenes, which I thought was awesome. Because you'd think they'd probably just have him for the present day stuff, but no, he even voices the younger part too, which is fucking awesome. And like in the graphic novel, Joker does not have a civilian name, we'll say that. Which I thought was kind of weird. Why would you not give him an actual name? I mean, granted, his backstory does tend to change a lot, so maybe he has a civilian name in one of the various other backstories, but I just don't understand it. But who cares? Something I never understood. But yeah, basically, this movie starts with about a 15-minute prologue, and then we get into the storyline. And like I said, I really like this movie. I think it's a lot of fun to watch. It's the only R-rated DC animated movie, like, out of the line they've been doing for the past nearly 10 years. This is the only R-rated one they've done. Like, literally the only R-rated, which I thought was really cool. And another thing I thought was cool about this movie, or this graphic novel, is that this novel has inspired various Batman movies. Like, it was used for a part of Batman '89, The Dark Knight, and then even some of it was in Batman Arkham Origins and the video game, and then you got Batman Under the Red Hood from 2010. So yeah, this storyline has been sort of adapted, or at least inspired various Batman media over the years. Which I thought was awesome. It's really cool to see it finally adapted into a movie, even if it is an animated movie. Just like with The Dark Knight Returns a few years ago, that had been used in various Batman medias and been finally adapted into an animated movie about a couple years ago. But yeah, Killing Joke. Great having Hamill back. Perfect for the casting. Still knocks it out of the park even all these years later. I wonder if him doing this movie was probably one of the reasons why his part in episode 7 was so small. Or maybe that's episode 7 and just a story reason. Who knows? But yeah, great movie, a lot of fun. If I were to rank just the Batman animated movies that I've seen, I don't know where I'd rank this one. Honestly, I don't. 'Cause I know Dark Knight Returns, both parts, because I consider that one movie, is top of my list for the best. Under the Hood is second best. Probably World's Finest, even though it's technically 3 episodes in one movie, made no movie, I still count it as a movie. Because it's called the Batman Superman movie, so I still count it as a movie. That would probably be my third best. So this would probably be fourth best, I think. It's still really good, though. I'll give it that. It's really good. The animation, I like the animation. The music, I think, is really cool. The voice actors, they shine in their roles, especially Hamill and Conroy. They're perfect, obviously. And then we do get kind of a mid-credit scene where it's set up that we know this. If you know the storyline of these characters, that Barbara Gordon does become Oracle, which they have yet to put her in a live-action movie, and I do mean as Oracle. Maybe sometime down the road of the DC Extended Universe, they're calling it, we'll see Oracle in the movies, but maybe in the standalone Batman movie, don't know yet. But yeah, had a lot of fun with this movie. It's a dark movie. It's a darker tone, I think, some of these animated movies have had. I think the only one that I can remember came close was Dark Knight Returns, because they did say that had that been made into a live action movie, it would have been rated R. So I think Dark Knight Returns is the closest to a dark tone they've had up until this movie that I've noticed. But yeah, great movie, a lot of fun. I'll probably pick up the DVD when it comes out. So yeah, that's my review for Killing Joke, and hope you guys had fun. See you.